With the current video game landscape dominated by the first-person franchise, Call of Duty, and sandbox action games like Grand Theft Auto V, we believe there's a huge genre that has been neglected: survival horror games. The once reigning survival horror franchise, Resident Evil, has been losing its audience as it transitioned over to mostly action-oriented gameplay, and runner-up, Silent Hill, has faded into obscurity, as this VG chart sales statistics show. For this reason, we believe it's time to launch a new survival horror franchise. We'd like to introduce to you In the Styx. This survival horror franchise will take place in the backwoods of the Appalachian Trail area of the U.S. It will feature an original storyline, new characters, puzzle solving, and secret mystery involving the occult. Players will start the game as Jack Mace Mason, a washed-out police detective, now bounty hunter, who is chasing Zeke, a bail jumper from New York to the backwoods of Kentucky. During his pursuit, Jack will discover that Zeke isn't your average redneck, but a member of a secret society of hillbilly gangbangers that dabble in the occult.
Wait, did you say redneck? Gangster? Warlocks? Would be in this game?
Yes I did.
Awesome!
As players explore the small towns and forests of Kentucky, they'll have to fight through swarms of redneck demon hybrids armed with conventional and magical weapons. During Jack's journey to recover the bail jumper, he'll run into other allies that are just trying to escape the area, recently overrun by redneck demons. In the Styx will feature a third-person view, similar to Resident Evil and Silent Hill. Besides fighting with weapons, the game will also use an inventory system that allows players to use items collected in the environments to solve puzzles. What will set this game apart from other survival horror games is players will be able to switch to other allies that may join your party on your journey, and be able to use their special skill sets. For example, Boyd is a juvenile delinquent with a criminal rap sheet, including car theft and burglary. His special skill set will allow players to pick locks or hotwire cars, letting players explore new areas in the game. This game mechanic will be similar to getting a new item like the hookshot in The Legend of Zelda or other similar adventure-style games, which would allow players to unlock new areas in previous sections. Instead of a new item, players will need to add these new characters to the party to get into new areas. Once new characters are unlocked, players will have the option to continue the game with the new characters. This will allow players to play as their favorite character, rather than be stuck with the same character throughout the game, which they may not identify with. In the Styx will be released on Xbox Live for the Xbox 360 and Xbox One, and PlayStation Network for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 for download only. If sales are good, a retail box version will become available. In the Styx will have an estimated budget of $2 million. We're going to allocate $500,000 to game design production, 3D art animation, and programming. We'll allocate $150,000 to sound design, QA testing, and marketing, and we'll allocate $50,000 to distribution, which will also include Xbox Live and PlayStation Network licensing fees. We hope that you'll be interested in supporting In the Styx.